Okay, today we have a liqueur, Disaronno Amaretto, Disaronno Original. Amaretto is, if you're not familiar with it, it's a liqueur that is usually made from a combination of the rinds of both almonds and apricots. In the case of Disaronno, which is the most famous amaretto out there, there's actually no almonds at all in it. It's totally nut free. It has the essence or oils of apricot, one or the other, and the rest of the flavor is brought up from the alcohol, burnt sugar, and I believe the count is 17 different herbs and fruits mixed together. It's essentially a bittersweet liqueur, very world famous. You can mix it with just about anything. Very, very versatile. There's just like 3 drink recipes here, but you can mix it with just about anything from cognac and scotch, vodka, to other liqueurs, and just juices. You can just do it straight up with lime juice, or you can just do it neat or on the rocks as well. It's a highly versatile liqueur, and we're going to get into the review right now. So let's get cracking, I guess. Okay, we're back with Disaronno Amaretto. Distinctive bottle, by the way, and distinctive top on the bottle. That's about all we need. Okay, it's definitely a deep amber color. It's almost bordering on red. Very oily going down the glass. Definitely leaves sort of like, don't want to call it lacing, but definitely leaves quite a bit of oily residue streaming down the glass. Very thick liquid. Get right to the aroma now. Yeah, so definitely you get the almond smell right away. Although this one is fucking trucks. Where was I? If this one, although it's based on apricot instead of almond, really what comes through is the almond smell. Of course, they take the burnt sugar and the different herbs and fruits that they use. I don't know the entire list, but they blend it together so that it comes out smelling like almonds instead of apricot. And you definitely get a bit of a whiff of alcohol there. I believe I said it was 28%. But that's if you take a really deep draw on it. Mostly you get sort of a bitter apricot, bitter almond smell. And there's also a sweetness there, a really deep sort of sugary sweetness. It's actually very nice. We'll just go right into the drink, I guess. Nothing else more to say about that. Okay, the first thing you'll notice about this, like I was saying about the sort of sticky residue it leaves down the glass, it's quite syrupy. It's not, say, as thick as maple syrup, corn syrup, whatever, but there is a really sort of thick, syrupy sort of quality to it. Got a very thick mouthfeel to it. Up front is that sugary sweetness. Not cloying though. Some of these sweet liqueurs You definitely have to mix them with something because they're too sweet, right? Like I said, you can have this neater on the rocks, and that's because the sweetness isn't too much. It's not overpowering. It's definitely one of the main components of it, but it's not smack you in the face kind of thing. It's not even really all that warm going down, although the alcohol's fairly up there, right? The sweetness gives way to, well, it doesn't quite give way. The sweetness is there present throughout the whole drink, but under it is the basically the bitter almond sort of flavor. And that's about it. It's not complex at all, and you don't really want it to be that complex, because this is usually used to mix with something else, and you really don't want the flavors to be, although the flavors are strong, you don't want a lot of different flavors coming in, because that would just, take over whatever you're mixing it with. Like I said, this is mixed in a lot of drinks. Can also just be used for desserts. Like, you can actually put this on top of ice cream, cake, pie, things like that. The flavor actually pairs very well with chocolate, things like that. It brings out the richness of those flavors without ruining them. So yeah, Disaronno Amaretto is the most famous one. I think we have another one in our store. I might, in the liquor store, I might try that one too, just to compare the differences. I haven't had it in a long time. Disaronno is my preferred one anyway. And you can get it in a bunch of different sizes, so it's fairly affordable. $15 for 350 milliliters, and that can last you quite a while if you're mixing it with other things. Just getting drunk off it, like straight, I wouldn't recommend too much. After a while, even though it's not overly cloying, the sweetness would be a bit too much, and you'd be puking like green sugar puke or something like that by the end of it. But yeah, Disaronno Amaretto is an excellent liqueur. It's one of my favorites, and I highly recommend it, actually. Like I said, it's incredibly versatile. If you have a bar or whatever, a little bar in your basement or whatever, it's one of those ones you should have stocked next to your Kahlua and things like that, because it's really good to have just to make different mixed drinks, and you can enjoy like a glass of it by itself, on a nice summer's evening. It's an excellent liqueur. If you like sweet liqueurs, this is a good one. Okay, guys, see you next time.